catch something big first. Ah, that's another small fish. Oh, it's not super small. This is Malou, sailing somewhere on the seven seas. And this is me, her captain, trying to steer her out into the unknown to be able to find that one very special spot. Consider subscribing and welcome on board. You might be wondering, well, why half the boat is out on deck drying, and it's mainly there was some seawater coming in to the front of the boat somehow. I don't really know why, but I think most of the water actually came from that I forgot to screw on the inspection hatch onto the water tank before we left. So I filled up the water tank, and as usual I just checked the water level and everything, but I didn't actually screw on that hatch. So there's been water splashing up from the water tank and just going around all the way. But it's not that bad actually. I actually needed to take out things because there's a bit of condensation inside the boat as well, which is creating moisture and basically just stays there until you take it out and dry it out. So this was not too bad, but it was yeah, a strange thing to do, I guess. I'm gonna do a bit of a fix as well today with one of these hooks to hang clothes and stuff. So I'm gonna just put this hook up here because this hatch doesn't close any further anyways. So if I put this hook right here, it's not gonna be in the way anyhow. And then I'm gonna be able to put one on this side as well, so then I can hang clothes all the way from the roof all the way down here for it to dry and all that stuff, because right now I only have these hooks and it's not really ideal to hang stuff there, so this will probably be better. Perfect. So now I could just, for example, take my big ass overall, which is just, when it's hanging here, it's just slacking on the ground more or less all the way down here, which means that it's not going to dry very well. But if I hang it up here, like there, it barely even touches the floor. So that looks way better, and it's not really in the way either. It's hanging there, and I'm totally can just easily pass and get out of the boat. Since I was about 16 years old, I've been actually dreaming about going to Rust, because this place is, when I was younger, I was really into just sport fishing and mainly sea fishing. And the sea fishing mecca of the world is north of Norway, and Rust at that time was like the best place to go for sea fishing. So I was just dreaming about going to Rust, but it never actually happened. I went to plenty of other places in northern Norway, but never came to Rust. So here I am, quite many years later, finally getting to realize my boy dream. This island is definitely most well known for the fishing, the sport fishing, and the professional fishermen as well, and that they hang up the cod in the spring on all these like wooden brackets and let it dry there for the whole summer. And apart from fishing, I don't think there's anything that this island is really known for. So without the fishing, there will most likely not be that many people living here, because the island itself is completely flat. It's like, I don't know, like the Scottish Highlands that just goes, it's just tiny hills everywhere, and all the islands around it is just rocks and high mountains and the Lofoten with fjords and everything. So it's quite interesting that Rust itself, it's completely flat island. I think the highest point is about 11 meters or something. It's quite special little place, to be honest. Just sitting on a little dock here, more or less right in the middle of where people live here on Rust on the south side, and just have a listen to this. Yep, that's the sound of silence. Most likely the most amazing sound you'll ever hear today. Finally time to go fishing on Rust. I've been waiting for this moment for a very long time. And I'm heading actually straight for Værøy right now, the neighboring island, because the good spots that I'm going to is actually on the way to Vary, so it's quite convenient in that way. And I got rest right behind me here, and just heading a few nautical miles towards Vary, basically, where there are a few shallow areas where it's supposed to be really good for big coalfish, cod, and also possibly a few halibuts. And I'm going with quite light gear. Again, same rod, same jig that I used the first time when I was fishing, because it's so much fun to catch these big coalfish on light stuff. So I'm gonna try that out first, and if it doesn't really hold up, then I'll go with the heavy stuff instead. It's about 15 meters deep here. I give it a little try. 20 meters. Let's get down to the bottom. Let's see. I'm fishing for coalfish. Yep. That's something. It's not too big. It's like a cod. It's like shaking his head, like big movements. But this is not really a big fish. It's actually a coalfish. That's a nice fish. That's a perfect for food, I would say. So now I'm gonna go for the big ones instead. Just trying to go for the sport of it. Let's see if we can find down the deep. We're gonna get quite a bit more wind as the day progresses today, so I'm just gonna be fishing for a couple of hours, I think, because eventually the waves are gonna build up quite much, I think, and it's not gonna be very pleasant to be out here fishing, but just gonna try to catch something big first. Ah, that's another small fish. Oh, it's not super small. Oh, no, it's actually bigger than I thought. Wow. Oh. This is what I'm talking about. Feels like it's just gone down on the bottom, more or less. I'm gonna try and get on the other side of the boat. Oh, oh yeah. There we go. Wow. Ah, come on. That's better. No. No. It actually feels like a halibut, but it could also be a big coalfish. That's for sure. Okay, we got some rocking action as well. My Lewis playing around in the waves. Oh, come on. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't go back. Don't go back down there. I don't want to have the fish running around on the bottom. Here we go. It's a coalfish. Oh, it's not that big. Wow. Wow, I have to change equipment. This is not gonna work. Wow. Now I'm gonna have to take this one up as well, unfortunately, because he completely swallowed the jig, and yeah, he's not gonna survive if I put him back. So here you have some really sturdy stuff that's just gonna be able to fight more or less anything on the planet. Maybe not like a big ass tuna, but it's gonna be able to work down the most fishes. And then I got this good old trusty Shimano TLD reel. Don't do this at home, kids. Stupid. going out to sailboat alone between Brest and Barrow, and there's supposed to be a gale coming. Oh. If I'm smart, which I'm obviously not, I could abort mission right now. No, that's the bottom. Let's hope for something big. Maybe not actually like catching, like hooking a really big fish in this condition would actually cause a big mess. Am I getting second thoughts here? So as you can hear, the engine is uncovered because it seems like I got some kind of diesel leakage actually. And the waves are building up quite a bit, and I'm just outside the peak of Barrow here, so it's really hard to just stop and try to assess the problem closely. I've been trying to take a look at it, but it's a little bit hard to access when the engine is running on high revs and everything. But it was starting to run a little bit funny just a little bit while ago, and I was just like looking at it, looking at the diesel level, which I found seemed quite low actually from what I had this morning, and it seems like there's a leak. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like there's a leak. But I'm just gonna have to, it's not that far left to the harbor now, just like 3 miles or something, so I should be able to make it in this way, but it's not perfect right now, especially not because the wind is straight ahead of us, current is against us, waves are against us, everything is against us at this very moment. But let's just hope that the engine keeps working for another hour maybe. That's all I need, then we're safe and sound. It's a complete inferno of waves here. Complete madness. I'm going really close to shore here because I'm gonna head into some more protected waters here, so in just a little bit, hopefully the waves will be gone, because now they're building up some choppy waves over here. And the engine is still working good actually. I'm not sure if it's any diesel leakage, to be honest. I might have drawing too fast of a conclusion there, but yeah, it's running good. I think it's some kind of just seawater coming in somehow, which is not good either, but it's better than a diesel leakage. Made it to Varey, and the boat is looking like a real mess. So I'm gonna assess all the kind of problems now. I've been a little bit lazy lately, actually, just sailing a lot, going with it and be like, oh yeah, the boat's working, let's just go, let's just sail. Hope that everything works out. So now I'm gonna be on Varey for a few days for sure. Like tough winds are coming, so I'm gonna be here, and I'm definitely gonna take care of my loo and make sure that when we set off to sail next time, we get better preparations, better conditions.